So why not? Hey, everybody. I surprised everyone. We are live. Welcome to MCU Mondays. It's Monday. It's March the 17th, which means that it's St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's in green. Also, I want to do a special shout out. My son Luke turned 16 today.
Happy birthday to Luke.
Happy birthday, Luke.
Yes, we went out for
It's your birthday.
I'm trying to find it. I think it's on the other channel. Pretty sure.
It's my birthday!
I don't know if you caught that, but Baron Zemo seems to do the Donald Trump dance. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I heard YMCA playing in my head.
That's for Luke. Happy birthday, Luke. Just for you.
Luke.
Yay! Anyway, I am your host, David. Welcome. It's MCU Mondays. With me, as always, is my co-hosts, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
Doing well.
Or should we say rogue?
No, not rogue.
And then also with us is Andrew. How are you, Andrew?
Doing good. I know I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt, but it's the only great shirt
So
I
is
got.
Dave.
I am too.
Yeah.
It's
Actually,
great.
I'm the only one wearing Loki.
I
Yeah.
was going to wear Loki.
Got us beat.
I was honestly, hold on a minute. Luke, if you're watching, come let this cat into Samuel's room, please, before she drives me crazy.
I wanted to wear my Daredevil shirt, but can't this week.
Anyway, let's see. So tonight, Daredevil. We are now the third episode in to season, we'll call 4, Daredevil Reborn, Born Again, season 1, Daredevil Born Again, continuation of the Netflix Daredevil. Last week, we are talking spoilers, by the way, so if you have not seen episode 3 yet, you may want to go watch that first and then come back and watch us. But up until that time, we're talking about episode 3, and we're talking about all the spoilers here within. This was the Law and Order episode of Daredevil. And actually, a lot of people I've seen and heard a lot of people complaining about this. This is a Daredevil episode. You're gonna have Daredevil in it, but I've also heard
He's also a lawyer.
I was going to
Did you not watch the original series?
I've also heard a lot of people say, in the comic books, the courtroom drama is a big part of the comic books. So to have this courtroom drama panned out is not, it's just a small chunk of the bigger story. So you just have to deal with it. And it was a good courtroom drama anyway. So what do you care? Plus you've got, Matt kind of sort of halfway made a promise to Fisk that he wasn't going to do that. He was going to keep it straight and narrow because Fisk said, because if you do, I'm coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was they pretty much had a gentleman's agreement. I'm not going to be bad and you're not going to be Daredevil anymore. And we kind of find out in this episode that Fisk is kind of backing. He's still kind of running things, if you ask me. He's still doing things, but in the same time, he's just kind of keep it arm's length. I'm gonna run things, but I can't let everybody know that I'm running things, kind of thing.
I'm not even sure he is.
I think Vanessa's running things, honestly.
I don't think. Well, the breakfast scene, she's talking about some kind of painting, and that she could launder what 200,000
Yeah, she
or
laundered
something like that.
through it, yeah.
Yeah, through it and launder it. Ugh. And he made a comment about, I know it hurts to just sit by, but he kind of made it sound like he's really trying to be on the straight and narrow. But my question is, who the hell's he beating up? His knuckles.
Have you noticed that they've done a lot of focusing on his hands in not just this episode, but I mean in the last episode too, they were talking they were saying something about him and Vanessa, and then it did a close up on his hand, and he was wearing his wedding ring still.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been doing a lot of looking at his hands. I don't know if that's signifying something. I mean, I guess we'll just see as the episode goes on. But as the season goes on, I'm going to be looking for hand shots of Fisk. So
yeah, it makes me wonder. I wonder if he's taken up boxing.
I don't know.
Because he's lost weight.
Yeah.
And Matt even said he's gained muscle. So is he boxing or is he beating up people? I don't see him beating up people. I mean, we've seen him beat up people. Mm-hmm. But I kind of wonder if if he's just working out and like boxing and bare fisting it instead of, wrapping his hands. He's just bare fisting it.
Don't know.
That sounds bad.
I'm interested.
That's what I do. When I work out, I just bare fist it.
Queensbury rules. I don't know. I'm gonna be interested to see how it plays out. But it was within that conversation that I kind of picked up. Them talking about the painting, and then he said something to her at some point, and he was talking about may have been when they were discussing the homicides, and I paid off so and so to compensate for the truck he tried to steal, blah blah blah, and he said, I think it was before that, he said something about I hate for us to not trust each other anymore, or something along that lines, almost like I still want to be involved, and I still kind of want to know what's going on, but
he wasn't happy with her paying off because he was like, let them kill each other.
Yeah.
The pettiness is something about being petty and whatever. Right. But I can't, and also, and I don't remember if we talked about this last week, because she, I think it was at the end of episode 1 when they were on the roof. Yeah. And she said something about Adam. Mm-hmm. And everybody's assuming it's an affair, but I'm beginning to wonder if it's something to do with the business. Like maybe she's brought in some guy named Adam to kind of run things, or
it's Adam.
But yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's an affair thing. It could be, but that seems kind of obvious.
Yeah, we don't want to make it too obvious. Also, speaking of them paying off the guys, they said, next time I want to talk to Fisk himself and not the mayor's aide. And he says, I don't work for the mayor. I work for the man.
Well, that character name, Bud Cashman, he's a spy in the comics. He's a government agent or something like that. An assassin, government agent, something like that. So when he said the man, I thought, I mean, he could be referring to Adam, whoever the hell that is, or he could be referring to the government.
Yeah. And
because in the comics, his name is Bullet.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
His moniker or whatever.
His pseudonym.
His
superhero name.
Well,
wait. Let people say, we're using our made up names. I'm Spider-Man.
So yeah, there's a lot of questions yet going on. Of course, we're only in episode 3, but I don't think they're going to make things obvious.
No.
So when I see things and I hear things and I'm like, well, yeah, that's, like the affair and stuff like that, I'm just like, it's just too obvious.
That just makes sense.
Oh. Or that's just me overthinking.
No, it's
And
whatever you most.
I'll look like an idiot this week when tomorrow night when the episode comes out.
We're still waiting on
Debbie
Mephisto,
was wrong.
Debbie. We're still waiting on Mephisto.
I know.
So, and that was what, 4 years ago. So
that was WandaVision.
That was WandaVision. Mephisto
Someday.
forever.
Someday.
Mephisto confirmed. There it is.
Well, Debbie's secretly named Marvel Insider, so she already knows. She's just acting like she doesn't. So maybe in the Avengers movies he pops up.
I was gonna say we really think that Doom is gonna be the big bad for the Avengers movies, and you've got Secret War and Doomsday and all this other stuff. No, it's gonna be Mephisto, and Debbie will finally get to hold her hands in triumph and say, "I told you."
At the end of Doomsday,
cackle.
At the end of Doomsday, it'll say Mephisto will return.
Yeah.
Secret Wars.
Got to my revenge.
But then we get into we're in the trial of Hector. As you know, Hector, according to the law, pushed an officer in front of an oncoming train, which we as secondhand viewers know that he didn't. He was trying to save somebody. He was trying to save an informant, right? Police informant.
Nikki Torres, that son of a bitch.
Yeah,
man, I never wanted to reach inside a TV and yank somebody.
Well, see, I don't understand, because if Matt had him on record saying, yes, I was down there, would not he be able at that point to treat the witness as hostile and say, hey, I'm permission to treat this witness as hostile because now he's lying? We've got him on record saying that, yes, he is an informant, and yes, I was down there on that station, and now we've got the thing going on. So,
well, I mean, there was a couple things that was kind of weird about this trial, because once Matt outs Hector as White Tiger, and of course, they go into chambers and, everything's all chaos because the judge is pissed that, you had me suppress this, blah, blah, blah. And then the next scene, he's got all these witnesses, and I'm like, how the hell did you do that?
well, he just has witnesses that are testifying to the character of White Tiger. Once he's outed him, he's like, okay, now we can look, because he is the White Tiger. So you get all these witnesses that have seen what the White Tiger, not necessarily what Hector has done, but what White Tiger has done, and that adds to his character.
But you don't get witnesses that quick in court.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it
but
don't work that way.
Once it's out,
Unless it's staged.
Well, something else you've got to realize too, though, is that this has probably gone on over the course of several days. This trial isn't happening just all within a couple of hours. It's not like, okay, well, we're doing this now, we're calling the witnesses all of a sudden. No. This is going on for many, many days. So he does have a chance to collect character witnesses for the White Tiger, and being that the White Tiger is now known to be Hector, then yes, we can chalk that up to character witnesses. A lot of people too. One of the officers mentioned, he said he started naming off officer names. Oh, White Tiger did this and White Tiger did that. White Tiger. One of the officers that he mentioned was Morales, and everybody started, oh, Miles Morales is, and I was like,
well, initially people were saying his dad. I'm like, his dad's name is Davis.
Well, no, he just says Officer Morales. That's all he says is Officer Morales.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at it going, do you know how common of a name Morales is? I mean, that's not just like that's like saying, "Oh, Officer Smith did it," and it's like, yeah, there's a whole lot of Officer Smiths, you know, and
Here's the
especially
actual-
in New
here's-
York with a large Puerto Rican,
No, here's what happened.
you know,
Miles gave up being Spider-Man and decided to follow in his father's footsteps.
I'm just saying, there's probably a lot of Moraleses in New York City. There's probably a lot of them that maybe are police officers as well. So you can't just sit there and say, "Oh, well, it's Spider-Man." No.
Darn.
No.
So,
You know
how
how
did you
many-
guys feel about him outing?
That was the only way out. But I
Yeah.
also too think because, and this was one of those things too, to where it was. I think he outed Hector, but I think Hector also taught him something too, because when they were in the, the jail cell, and I think this was like way at the first of the episode, he's saying, sometimes you just have to do, you've got to do what you've got to do. Sometimes you have to be that second person. Sometimes you have to. Is that your cat?
Mm-hmm.
You have the lights off, and I can't see her now.
It's kind of scary, actually.
She's like a ninja. You got to watch.
Well,
Like
I'm
God.
kind of scary, so
Yeah,
She's just
Chewie's a
gonna appear.
vigilante.
It's gonna be like, oh.
Yeah. You just see, there we go.
But anyway, he kind of I think, in my opinion, he told Matt something that Matt needed to hear, and that is sometimes the man is thrust upon you, and you have to become that person, that helpful person. So, and I'm thinking Matt kind of needed to hear that, just as, oh, I'm not going to be Daredevil anymore because.
but then Matt threw it back at him, saying, you know, now that this is out, you cannot be White Tiger anymore. And I think you'll come to realize you won't miss him. And I'm like,
yeah.
really?
No.
But as soon as he outed him, I was like, oh, this does not bode well. Does not bode well. And of course it didn't.
Well, and I mean, I could see Matt reasoning for doing so, because it was like, hey, we've got to. They got to the confidential informant. The police obviously got to him. Which, by the way that they did the human swapping thing, that was great. They put him in the cab, and everybody started chasing the van, and van's empty. Aha, too late. He's at the courthouse. It's like, oh, that wasn't a setup or anything. It's like, let's not be too obvious about this, shall we? But anyway,
I just had a problem with him outing Hector, because it's like, so now are we the lawyer that'll do anything at all costs to win, even though it puts him in danger? Because you know,
and his family and loved ones.
Yeah.
Because,
now, a lot of people were pissed off because it's like, oh, we won't get to see him anymore. Well, one, the actor died. Two, in the comics, his sister and also his niece, who I'm not sure if it's the one that was in the courtroom, but one of his nieces becomes White Tiger. So that character can come back and just be somebody else.
Hector needed to die, is what you're saying. Is that what you're saying?
Do what?
Hector needed to die. Is that what you're saying?
No.
So that the girl could take over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if we want to keep that particular character, yeah. But oh man, I mean that.
And
ripped my heart.
He died before
ripped
the
my
reshoots,
heart out.
right? Like, didn't he die before the rewriting and the reshoots?
Yes.
Oh wow.
He died December 23.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And episode 2 and 3 were originally the first 2 episodes.
That's right.
Episode 1 was the rewrite.
Rewrite. You mean they rewrote Foggy's death? Why they have to put that?
I still think Foggy's faking it, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
But so let's talk about Hector's death. Yes, Hector's death was so funny. It was hilarious.
No, my cat's doing zoomies, and she came barreling in here, and then
Wow,
my
guys.
son came across the hallway. Evidently, he was chasing her. So
Can you believe Debbie's laughing at death? Oh, God.
I'm telling you.
no,
Some
that ripped
people.
my heart out. I was like, ah.
But was it him, or was it someone who was just dressed like him? And what set him off? Because
The
and
rabbit hole has
if
begun.
you if you don't know, if you haven't seen, and you don't care if I spoil things, the person that shot him was wearing Punisher garb. Was wearing the Punisher
Well, it's
emblem.
like, yeah.
The emblem on his body armor. We didn't see his face. Nothing like that. We just saw the emblem.
Yeah, and after that episode aired, and I'm watching TikTok stuff, everybody's, oh my God, Frank's back, and I'm like, Frank would not do that.
No,
That is
and they
not
probably would have played the Punisher theme. I'm assuming over it.
Well, we know it's a dirty cop because there's a group of cops.
Yeah, they got the tattoos.
The
right
tattoo,
here.
and it, they're a
but it's
anti-vigilante.
Yeah, but it's like a weird version of his logo. Like it's not quite the same.
Yeah, because on the cop's neck that was in the courtroom, it looked like on the top of the skull, like the forehead, it looked like an American flag of some sort. And yeah, it's not exact, but they've taken up that logo for their thing. That's who it was. It wasn't Frank. But Frank's going to be coming.
Well, if
and
anything,
he's going to be pissed.
And wait till he finds out about the cops with his logo.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It'll be either he finds out about it or Matt will find out and think that it's Frank, and they'll have a clash for an episode or two.
And Frank's just chilling in his house or something, and Matt comes through the window and is like, "Why'd you kill him?"
So I don't know. It's to me the whole mistaken identity thing. It looks like Frank, but it wasn't Frank. That was, to me, that was done already. It's been done in the final season of the Netflix series, because you had Poindexter running around dressed up like Daredevil, and that's not Daredevil. That's somebody else. That's just somebody who dressed like Daredevil. So for them to pull that trope again is kind of, now if they pull it to where they come out and straight out say, oh no, it's the cops and it's these vigilante hunters, and they just have an emblem that looks a little bit like Frank's and it's throwing everybody off. Okay, I get that. That's fine. But, and then of course Frank comes back into town saying, you guys using my logo? No, I don't think so. Not today, little man. Plus, I think if it had been Frank, I don't think Frank is foolish enough to one shot and done. He only shot him once. He shot him in the head, and then he pointed the gun at him when he was on the ground, and he just looked at him. Okay, well, I got him. He's gone, and he walked away. I think Frank would always be the kind of guy to double tap, make sure he's dead. Hit him.
Probably shoot him 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead and empty the clip on him. Don't waste any kind of bullets on him, or don't waste any kind of bullets in your round.
He's just sleepy. The man was shot 5 times. He's just sleeping.
He's just sleeping. He died under mysterious circumstances. He fell down an elevator shaft onto a bunch of bullets. So, anyway, the character witnesses were all enough to save Hector. Of course, we get the not guilty verdict. One of the cops, though, knows that Matt's not quite as useless as he seems to be, because he was one of the ones that Matt beat up in the
hell.
Yeah. Had a slight confrontation in the men's room.
That's great. You know, you don't need to wear sunglasses. I'm sorry. Who's talking? Are you talking to me?
Again, focusing on the hands too, because Matt's hands were all beat up. But we know why Matt's hands were beat up. So,
Mhm.
and then what do we think of Matt's new love interest?
Heather,
Mm.
the therapist.
I don't know. All I think of is Mother from Acolyte, so it's like, get her out of here. How Debbie is about Karen. Just being silly.
I think she's doing fine. She's entertaining Matt, but in the same time, she's also counseling him because she got him to open up a little bit about Foggy and what
What
happened.
if like she secretly is working for like Vanessa or Fisk or something, like get insider information on Matt?
I haven't seen anything to make me lean that way just yet, but
Exactly.
Yeah, because
We're
I
not
don't know
going for the
about that.
obvious stuff here. So I mean, could be a plot twist. You don't know, or she just could be normal. But who knows? I mean, I wasn't right about flashback episodes and Skeleton Crew, so I'm probably not right about this either. But
what about Fisk? Why do you think it's so important that Fisk is using this other journalist's this Ben's what is it, Ben's niece, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he using her to get word out? Why do you think that's important?
he can control what is put out.
Yeah, and she
Or could it be that he reaches a younger demographic in that? And
yeah, that's what I was trying to get out, but it wasn't
Starts
coming through
dancing
my
on
brain.
TikTok,
Yeah, he's using her to get his narrative out there.
because he said I can't even remember the other guy's name. Call your friend, sir. We've got media outlets. No, call her. I want her.
Yeah, he
Interesting
might.
play by Fisk.
I'm sure he's got a method that he wants to use to manipulate her somehow.
I think
Because he doesn't do anything for no reason whatsoever. He's always got a reason. There's a method to his madness.
Yeah. And I honestly, I think it's the younger demographic thing. If I can get the if I can get the younger crowd on my side, the older crowds tend to be a little more conservative about things, and the vigilantes are doing good and they're cleaning up the street, but the younger crowd can be easily swayed into thinking the other way. And that was one of the campaign promises that he made, was getting rid of the vigilantes.
Yeah, his manager's chief of staff, whatever she is, Sheila. No, she's worried about the older crowd. And, the fact that Vanessa hasn't really been visible to the crowds, the voters. She's concerned about that, which is why I guess he's going to counseling. But I think there's more to why they're in counseling.
Victor or Adam?
Victor.
Didn't you say Victor?
No.
Oh, I thought you said Victor. I was like, see, there I go, not listening to you again, Vicky. I'm sorry.
I'm used to it.
I'm sorry.
It's a man thing.
Huh?
What?
Exactly.
What else? Anything else happen in this episode?
I think.
Matt beat the Hawk. That was kind of funny. I'm over a pool of DAs, and you won't even be able to go to traffic court anymore without one of them being up you.
Mm.
And Matt's always got that cocky smile on his face too. Anytime somebody, he's always just like, "Yeah, go ahead, try. I dare you. I dare you. I daredevil you. See what I did there? Yeah."
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot that went on in this episode, and I don't mean that in the bad way, because, like you said, it was a courtroom drama. It was well written. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It's kind of what She-Hulk probably should have been.
She-Hulk.
More. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a big complaint. Everybody wanted to see the amulet light up and see what
he could do.
What he could do.
One of the big problems I had with the White Tiger too was when they acquitted him, and he was, okay, he's going to go back out on the street. What does he do? He's literally out on the street just walking around. I'm like, you're in a big white friggin' suit. You are a target. And Matt even told him, you're going to be a target. Guess what? When I see comic book characters in the comic books, what are they doing? They're brooding on the rooftops and jumping from rooftop to rooftop. They're not walking around in the streets.
But why? How is he going to hide? He's in white.
He's in a white suit. How are you going to do that? Could we... Let's escape under the cover of daylight in the biggest car in the county. Yes.
Hey, he's not Joker saying, hit me, hit me, hit me. That's not what he was doing. So come on.
So plus if his sister or niece or whoever takes over the role, who's to say we won't see more of it? Maybe that was part of the reshoots too. Was that they knew he had died, and they're like, we still want to use this character.
The end scene credit of the show will be her putting on the outfit.
So I don't know. I would have liked to have seen. We did see a little bit of it in episode 1.
Yeah, but it was first TV.
I mean, it was just it was a TV clip, so it wasn't
CCTV. It's just like you could barely. I mean, you could see he was knocking people out, but I didn't see his amulet light up, or I don't know how that works, but I know it lights up.
Maybe I'll have to go buy me some White Tiger comic books now. If anything, just to read a couple of them. I bought some of the Wonder Man? What's the other TV show that's coming out? Is Wonder Man? Is that it?
Wonder Man, yeah.
Yeah, I've got 1 or 2 of his books now. Just nothing special, just to kind of get an idea of the character.
I wonder if they got the character name from Wonder Woman.
I'm gonna put money on that.
Well, yeah, both sides did a lot of that.
Get White Tiger and Black Panther fighting alongside each other, beating up Catwoman
and Cheetah,
and Tigress. Don't forget Tigress. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll call it the Cat Wars.
Oh jeez.
Well, hopefully it's better than Emu Wars.
And then Craven.
Anything is better than the Emu War. Anything.
And then Craven the Hunter will show up and get rid of all of them. So
I would rather watch Madam Web 50 times in a row than watch the Emu War one more time. I'd rather watch Madam Web 5 more times than watch the Emu War one more time, not 50.
By the way, Avocada, happy birthday again. In case you missed the first of the show, we did play the video.
Happy birthday!
Gonna be driving soon,
played the video for you, and you can go back and rewind it and watch her happy birthday video. So, anything else in this one? It wasn't a short episode, but it was, yes, really good. Law and Order Daredevil edition.
Which is funny because Vincent was in Law and Order.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was,
his own
criminal intent. Law and Order Criminal Intent. Yeah, that was.
That went on for
a lot of seasons.
Yeah, quite a few seasons.
Now he wasn't in it for like 2 or 3 of them, but I think it went on 13 seasons, maybe.
Jeez.
But I don't think he was.
Remember.
I think he dropped for 2 or 3 to go do a movie, and then he came back. I don't remember. It's
Never seen an episode, so.
Oh, go watch it. That's actually a really good one. I love Vincent's character in that one. He's so good. God, Vincent D'Onofrio is he's just amazing.
Debbie shared with me this video of Vincent D'Onofrio as like a cowboy. I don't know what show it's from.
Magnificent Seven. The Magnificent Seven.
Oh, okay.
It had to have been. He was he was in the Magnificent Seven, and it was amazing with Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt, and Denzel Washington, and there was a whole lot of people in that one.
I gotta watch.
It's the updated or the updated.
Was it the 2016 one?
Yeah, I think so. It was a remake. It was real recent.
Oh yeah, that is just so.
Who else
I
is
thought
in
it was
that?
fake at first. I was like, "What is this?"
No.
I was like, "What was really?"
The
Like,
Magnificent
what is
Seven.
Kingpin doing? You know,
It's great, and he's amazing in it. So, watch that one. Watch.
when I was a boy, I always wanted to be a cowboy.
I watched Men in Black again, another Marvel property with Vincent D'Onofrio in it.
Yeah,
The first one.
Bugman.
actually, my memory was wiped. I
great.
don't think I've ever seen Men in Black.
When I was a boy, I loved
I've seen it. I've
Oh, I was gonna say what?
I said
loved
my
it.
memory's been wiped. I don't recall ever.
I loved sugar. Sugar with water. More.
That character.
More.
Oh gosh, that was probably the best character of the whole movie. Bugman. That was just great. The whole way he was walking around, and oh gosh.
A friend of mine was brought in here.
Welcome for
Family
the
cat.
galaxy.
The family cat. I'd like to have it back. Oh, such a good movie. Just the first one. Second one was all right. Third one was not so
Ugh.
much.
Never seen the one.
And I
with
haven't seen the fourth
Hemsworth.
one,
Yeah, I haven't seen that
the
one.
Men
either.
in Black International.
I haven't seen that one either.
For me, it,
Yeah.
it gave off similar vibes to the Ghostbusters remake, like that it was probably that level of good, and so I was like, eh. Like,
Had no desire,
mhm.
even though it had what's his name in it. Well, it had Thor and Valkyrie in it. We're both in it.
Mhm.
I was like, what in the Marvel spoof is this? You know?
Maybe when Daredevil's over, we need to watch that one and do that one.
Mm.
Just because none of us have seen it, so
Yeah, that's
or
true.
well, you have, but Debbie and I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
I know we did a show a long time ago where we did all of the Men in Black. I think we did the first 3 ones anyway.
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago too.
Long before I was even born. So, you know.
Anyway, all right. Do we have anything else in this episode, Debbie? We good? We covered everything.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Awesome. Shameless plugs. What do we got?
Oh, except for the credits.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I watched the credits the first time and I was like, what the crap? And I watched the episode again today while I was folding my laundry, and I'd completely forgotten how he was talking about you had Hector and he was talking to Matt and he was talking about listening to the ocean and the frogs, and the tourists didn't like him, they hated him, but to the people that lived on the island, that was like the most beautiful sound. And there was no music at the end, it was just the waves crashing and those frogs chirping, and it was like So
I mean, not only do you rip our hearts out once,
you
by
stomp
killing
on him
Hector,
with
by
stiletto
killing
heel.
Hector, then
They
you
have
had to put
literally
that in there.
they ripped our hearts out, beat it like with Kingpin, and then put it back in.
Yeah, I was like, I hope this isn't an every episode occurrence to where they rip our hearts out.
That's
'cause
why they
I'm
switched
like,
it to 9 instead of
Let's say
18. Imagine 18 weeks of just
that's 2 weeks now. Two of the 3 episodes now where something like that has happened. And the first
Yeah.
was in the first 5 minutes.
yeah, that still pisses me off.
Mhm.
Like you couldn't have Foggy in for at least 45 minutes.
You couldn't have killed Karen instead.
That's what David was thinking. You know.
I think that would have been more a bigger heartbreak right there for Matt.
Yeah.
Matt had feelings for her, like feelings, if you know what I mean. And I think you
I don't
do.
know why.
I don't know. I haven't learned. I don't know. Like Friends, they want friends.
Ross and Rachel.
Yeah.
We were on a break.
I got that reference.
Ross and Rachel.
Yeah, it was.
I'm messing with you. I've seen Friends.
I was gonna say, well, that's definitely way before your time, but
Oh yeah,
I think that show ended before you were born.
it ended before I was born. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
right before I was born, like a year. So
It doesn't matter before you were
it's
born.
still before I was born. Yeah,
A year or a day, it's still before you were born.
that's true.
All right. Shameless plugs. What do we got tonight, Debbie?
Tomorrow night, our friends over at the Sith Dominion YouTube channel, they are going over Andor. I'm trying to think.
I thought
It's
did they
4,
not
5,
do
and
it?
6. I think it's just 4.
Or,
5.
yeah, 4,
Oh,
5,
okay.
and
So they're doing
6.
they're doing the episodes then. They're not
Yeah.
movies in general. Okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say because I thought they talked about them last week.
Yeah. I should be on because I think there's only one episode of Daredevil tomorrow night. So I'll be on after that comes out. And Wednesday, War of the Stars. Thursday on Cantina, we will be talking about our favorite Star Wars novels, books.
Oh, awesome.
Canon or legend, doesn't matter. Saturday. Oh, Friday. Oh my gosh. Friday. Also
The Geek and Gauntlet.
The Geek Dominion.
oh my gosh. Friday, I'll be over on our friend's channel, the Geek and I podcast. We are talking Star Trek, the original series, and the episode is The Alternative Factor.
Such a great episode.
I'm really waiting for the next episode, which is The City on the Edge of Forever, because that's probably one of the best ones. Go watch it. It's good.
Watch the original series. It's not that many episodes. Go watch it. It's good. It's a good watch.
No, there's only 76, 79, something like that.
No.
Only 3 seasons. Saturday is the Geek Gauntlet, and then I'll let Andrew do Sunday.
So Sunday over on the Kim and Focus YouTube channel, we'll be going live at 9 p.m. Eastern to talk the horror film The Babadook. I haven't seen it, but it's Cam's favorite horror movie. And
I've only seen like the first half of it. So
I told him
it.
I told him after the show, I said, after the email war, I said, we need something good. I was like, I can't, and so he was like, let's do that. And I was like, all right. So that's what we'll be discussing. And
if you
I
haven't
watched
seen
it because it popped up. I don't know if it was on Netflix or Hulu or maybe it was HBO, one of those that I've already have. But I watched it because I was like, well, Cam talks a lot about this and I didn't care for it.
Well, he said if you go, because he told me go into it knowing that the monster is not going to be on screen a lot. And because he even said that, he was like, the first time Yeah, he said the first time he watched it, he was like, okay. And he said he watched it again with that mindset, and he was like, this is really good. So we'll see.
I didn't like it. I don't care if the monster's off screen because that usually makes it better
Mhm.
Or
because
scarier,
it's
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
Uh,
It's
Might have to
it's
be-
the
might have
fear
to
of
get
the
mom
unknown.
approved.
but yeah, I just didn't care for it. It was not my cup of tea. I
So
wouldn't
Debbie
watch.
will definitely be on Sunday with us. Okay. So,
I am not
so-
watching that again. No.
so yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome. When's the new Snackame coming out?
Next
So the
month.
new one came out this past Friday.
Okay.
So the next one will be
What did they talk
I
about?
don't
Do you know?
I gotta find what the name of it was. I think it was called Erased. I could be wrong. I believe that's what they talked about. And I know they ate pigmented food, whatever that is. I don't know what that is or means, but that's what the description said. So
Like they minted a pig? Like they added mint to a pig, so it was like minty ham and whatnot?
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Oh, let me
Like,
see. Let me
holy
just scroll.
smokes.
Yeah, Erased. It's on Hulu and Disney Plus. Thematically pigmented food. My mistake. Thematically. Still don't know what that is, but there you
Mhm.
go.
No
Go,
clue.
you know what? If you're curious about it, go watch Snackame. It's right here on
Exactly.
Fandoms. Go watch it on the channel. It's there.
Yeah, I
Look
think
for-
they come out once a month with
Mhm.
their episodes, so we won't get another one till like April 14th or whatever Friday it lands on.
And I'm sure, you know what? If you've got an idea for that Snackame, I'm sure that they are very open to ideas. And I'm sure if you go to like our website, not our website, our like our Facebook page or our Instagram page, and you drop a line and say, "Hey, I've got an idea for Snackame. Watch this show and have the snack from this show."
Well, and also
I'm sure
kind
they
of a
would listen.
companion to Snackame, Janae, one of the co-hosts, does a weekly anime recommendation.
There you go.
So you kind of get a little bonus stuff there.
You know what? We're the same way. You know what?
Mhm.
If you want to say, "Hey, I want to see a Star Wars show about this," or "I want to see a Marvel show," now we're not going to do it during the middle of Daredevil, or if we've got a movie coming out or something like that. But we will
No.
definitely put it on the to-do list.
Mhm. Oh, and I know a new This Week in Star Trek should be coming out this week because I know Jonathan filmed it. Also
Okay.
known as Twist, if you want to shorten it.
It probably I assume tomorrow because they usually do Truck Tuesday.
Okay, that's right. Yeah,
So there you go.
be on the lookout for that.
And where do we find all of these things? Right here on the Feast of Fandoms YouTube page, of course.
And
Well,
all our social media pages.
And all of our social media pages. We're on Facebook.
But wait,
we're on
there's
TikTok,
more.
We're on Instagram. We're not on Twitter.
Nope.
We're on.
We're not active on TikTok at the moment.
at the moment.
The
I'm
moment.
going to try to change that.
I mean, there's videos there, but
Yeah, I'm going to see if
been
I
a
can.
month
I'm going
or
to see if
so.
I can. I'm going to do some research and figure that one out this next week. But
oh, I forgot.
Oh, go ahead.
Ando from the Geek Gauntlet has been doing weekly video game rankings
Okay.
of different. I think the last one he did was wrestling. He did his top 5 wrestling, so there's that.
Awesome. All right.
That's it. I haven't forgotten anything else.
Okay. And if you did, you forgot, so it doesn't matter anyways. Andrew and I, don't forget, we'll be at the end of May, first part of June. We'll be at the Dallas Fan Expo in downtown Dallas. So if you're in the area and you want to go to an amazing convention, it's Friday, May 30th, Saturday, May 31st, and Sunday, June the 1st. We will be there live. I've got free stuff to give away. I'm giving away things. So come see if you can find us.
Cam and I came up with the secret word for people to say to you.
Okay. Go
so it's how the emus talk in the Emu War, and there's one emu that goes, "Dad." So, but instead they have to say David. They have to walk up to you and go, "David."
All right, I'll take it. And if you know what, if you find Andrew somewhere and you say the same thing to Andrew, just David, just like that, he'll be able to say, "Hey, get over here, come over here real quick." this person has something.
I'll be like, David, there's someone looking for you.
Someone's looking for you. So we'll have our.
I saw they
earpieces
announced
in.
today that Dolph, is it Lundgren?
Dolph Lundgren.
Will be there, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Drago.
Oh, I was thinking He-Man, but okay.
Huh?
Oh, he also played the Punisher. Let's do a Marvel clip. He
Mm.
did the Punisher back a long, long time ago. So, in a very bad movie, but he was still the Punisher. That's okay. But that's going to be it for us tonight. Y'all all have a great, great rest of your week. Don't forget to watch Daredevil tomorrow night. In fact, if you watch it when it releases, I'll have to watch it a little bit later because we're going out for a very special dinner for Luke's birthday tomorrow, because we didn't want to go out for dinner on St. Patty's Day because we didn't know what the crowds were going to be like. So we're going to wait till the next day. And so I might be a little bit late watching, but you can still say, hey, we sat and watched Daredevil with David and Debbie and Andrew. So go watch Daredevil tomorrow. We will be back here next Monday night on MCU Mondays right here on Feast of Fandoms. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Mash that little bell icon for notifications so you know when we go live. We will see all of you next week. Take it easy, guys.
Shit! Language.
No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language.
I know.
For gosh sake, watch your language.
That's not going away anytime soon.
You bet your ass.
Steve, you said a bad language word.
Did you tell everyone?
Out with the platinum bastard.
Steve doesn't like that kind of talk.
You know what, Romanoff?
Fury, you son of a bitch.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?